Yes, so.
Finished watching it.
You never finished it?
No.
You have to.
I know. There's so much I need to catch up on. It's ridiculous. My wife keeps renewing series for me.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's 6 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, and a very good morning to you, early risers. 7 o'clock, actually. I'm still back in the old way of doing things.
It's the lockdown schedule.
It's there. But you know what? What is correct and factual is that it's the 12th of May today, and one of the most important days on the medical calendar, especially during this global pandemic. It's International Nurses Day.
Yes,
Yeah.
I had no idea it was, but it is International Nurses Day. So wherever you find yourself, take a moment, man, to appreciate those brave men and women who work tirelessly, putting themselves at risk on a daily basis to take care of those who are in need. I'd like to take this moment to also just say shout outs to my aunt, man. She's been a nurse for the past, 30 years?
That's incredible.
That's massive. So it's a special day to her as well. So, Makazi, I love you so much.
Thank you very much, Auntie Makazi.
Auntie Makazi.
Auntie Kuhle. Listen, on the drive this morning, I was thinking, it's day 47 today, right? Like, one of these days, we'll be like, oh yeah, today's like day 120. It's just like one of those things. It's
a normal day.
I'm feeling like we're rolling so easily into this. It's part of this new normal. Do you know what I mean? Even now saying it's 6 o'clock, you've got to adjust to a new normal, saying, no, now it's actually 7 o'clock. We start the show a little bit later.
Exactly.
But I hope you are finding ways to feel inspired, to feel energized, to start a brand new day during this lockdown period. Of course, staying home, staying sanitized, and taking care of those that you love all around you. Let's catch up with those that we love here in the studio. Morning, guys.
Yeah, good morning, you magical people. Welcome to this Tuesday edition. It's your feel-good breakfast show. Jamie Lee Tomberg in the building.
Yes, Mr.
What are we talking about this morning?
You see, I even made it because you said your name is French.
French, yeah. Raul
René. So I thought I would go with a beret this morning.
I like very much.
No, it's Tuesday. It is International Nurses Day today, and we are celebrating them on the show today, throughout the show. So remember, send your messages through on our social media platforms, Expresso Morning Show, SABC through. My message is, and it's so funny, Kithle was saying that I come from a long line of nurses. My mom's was a nurse. My oomsie was a nurse. My mom's sister-in-law was a nurse. So growing up, it was always just nurses. And I always thought I was going to actually be a nurse, but you know what? I thought I'll be a presenter rather.
Look, well, I'm sure we are all glad that you're with us here on this table, serving the people. But I know nurses have always made me feel so comfortable in the hospital. They just put you at ease. And I can't thank them enough for the work they do. And I'm sure throughout the show, we're going to be paying homage to the service that they offer.
Especially for you, because you've had so many incidents where you needed to go in. But I think also now in this place where we find the COVID-19 pandemic, the nurses are in the front line. So shout out to you today. We are celebrating you, our nurses today in studio. So send your love to them again, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. But right now, we're going to get over to the business and get over to this news headlines with Kat.
All right, it's time to take a look at those news headlines on this Tuesday morning, starting on the national front, where President Cyril Ramaphosa says South Africans must be prepared for a new reality in which the fight against COVID-19 becomes part of citizens' daily existence for the coming year or more. Now, his weekly letter to the nation, Ramaphosa says, with many more people gradually going back to work during level 4, there will be an inevitable increase in infection numbers, as well as the demands on the healthcare sector. But contrary to that, the pressure is mounting for him to reopen the country's economy and to help to save jobs. Meanwhile, Police Minister Bheki Cele says the National Command COVID-19 Council may decide to move certain areas back to level 5 of lockdown. This after Cele visited some areas in and around Pietermaritzburg to check on compliance by both businesses and members of the public. Meanwhile, Health Minister Zweli Mkhize said last night that 12 more people had died, taking the total number of deaths to 206. He said the number of people who tested positive now stood at 10,652, with 637 new cases confirmed yesterday. On the international news front, in Europe, where more than 150,000 people have died from COVID-19, people are slowly returning to work, but fears of a second wave are making officials cautious. In Belgium, social distancing has gone high-tech as dock workers in Antwerp are wearing bracelets that enforce social distancing rules while they work. Now, the bracelets are worn on the wrist like a watch and sound a warning when two workers are less than 1.5 meters apart. The manufacturer of the devices has already received hundreds of requests in 99 countries. Now, the number of deaths from AIDS-related illnesses in sub-Saharan Africa could double if the provision of healthcare to HIV sufferers is disrupted during the coronavirus crisis, the United Nations warned yesterday. A 6-month disruption of antiretroviral therapy could lead to more than 500,000 extra deaths in the region in the next year. Now, an estimated 25.7 million people were living with HIV in sub-Saharan Africa in 2018, of whom 16.4 million were taking antiretroviral therapy. In the same period, some 470,000 people died of AIDS-related deaths. And now, how a roaming robo-dog politely tells Singapore parkgoers to keep apart. Now, people are enjoying one of Singapore's parks last Friday, or they were doing that, and they couldn't believe their ears or their eyes. Patrolling the grounds was a walking, talking robo-dog called Spot. The yellow and black remote-controlled robo-dog is fitted with cameras to monitor how busy the park is and roams around the grounds with the greatest of ease. Now, Spot also carries a loudspeaker to broadcast social distancing messages in a polite, sweet female voice. And when it says thank you, it even bows. But despite Spot's niceties, Singapore's strict lockdown rules can result in fines and even receiving a jail sentence. Now, Spot is part of coronavirus-related trials to see how people respond to it. And should it be successful, more robo-dogs will be deployed policing Singapore's green spaces during the nationwide lockdown. And taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment this morning, former Miss South Africa and top-billing presenter Joanne Strauss has recently revealed that she is pregnant with her 4th child. The radiant mother took to Instagram on Mother's Day to make the announcement, and also sharing a picture of herself cradling her growing belly along with a message for all moms. And she wrote, "Being a mother is something I will never take for granted. And being blessed with our 4th baby later this year is beyond our wildest dreams." She added, "It is a surreal time to be expecting, a truly strange time to experience joy and hope when the world has changed so much." And she concluded by sending a special message to all of the incredible women who have raised strong-spirited people. Well, from our side here, we say congratulations with your pregnancy, Joanne, and we wish you and your family nothing but the best on this wonderful new journey. Well, on that happy note, let's take a first look at the weather for the day.
Thank you so much, Kat. It's time now to have a first look at that weather temperatures. Now, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Becky Louise de Swart wishes us good morning with this beautiful sunrise picture featuring her and her family after their 5-kilometer run and ride in George in the Western Cape. Now, we also received some video footage of the sun coming up in George, where mostly cloudy conditions and a little bit of evening rain can be expected today, reaching a high of 20 degrees. Thank you for your sunrise picture, Becky. Now, we hope that you also have an awesome day and that you are tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We've also asked you to send in pictures of your hometown. Registered nurse Janine Kipido, who works at the Lentegeur Psychiatric Hospital in Cape Town, sent us the stunning picture of the beach, saying this is one of the things she misses the most during lockdown. Now, the mother city can expect mostly cloudy conditions today, reaching a high of 20 degrees. Today is also International Nurses Day. On this day, we celebrate all the hard work nurses are doing all over the globe. Thank you so much, Janine, and all the other nurses for your dedication and commitment, especially during this time. Now, the South African Weather Service has said it will be a cool, fine and warm day across the country today. Starting off with Polokwane, your low is 8, peaking at 25 degrees, and the highest temperature in the country can be found in Mbombela, ranging from 9 to 29 degrees. Pretoria, for you, your low is 10, peaking at 24, and then a light southwesterly breeze of 7 kilometers per hour expected for Johannesburg, with a minimum temperature of 7, peaking at 22. Plenty of sunshine can be seen in Mahikeng with a low of 16 and a high with a low of 6, with a high of 24 degrees. Klerksdorp 6, 24. Kimberley 5, 22. And the coolest start to the day can be found in Bloemfontein, ranging from 4 to 23 degrees. Richards Bay 16, 27. Pietermaritzburg 12, 25. And then times of cloud and sun expected for South Africa's playground Durban, ranging from 18 to 25 degrees. Mthatha 12, 24. And then a gentle northeasterly breeze of 13 kilometers per hour expected for East London, with a low of 15, peaking at 23 degrees. Warm with sun through high clouds for Cradock today, ranging from 10 to 27 degrees. Port Elizabeth 15, 22. George 12, 20. And then mostly cloudy conditions for you Sutherland, with a low of 5 and a high of 20. Cloudy with a gentle southerly breeze of 17 kilometers per hour expected for the mother city Cape Town, with a low of 12, peaking at 20. Worcester 10, 23. And then sunshine can also be found in Uppington today, with a low of 10 and a high of 28. Now, being in lockdown does not mean we can't get to see this beautiful country that we live in. So send us a picture or video of your town and we could show it live on the show. Make sure to include a picture of yourself and why you love your town so much. But of course, whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, happy Tuesday to all of you.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
It's going to be a happy Tuesday indeed. You know, I only learned recently that...
Tuesday.
Oh, happy Tuesday.
Oh, happy Tuesday.
Oh, happy Tuesday.
What did you learn recently? You held that note slightly longer than I anticipated, but that was
Because I was
beautiful.
expecting you to come back
beautiful.
in.
Oh, I was
Kat.
gonna, okay, all right.
Exactly.
Okay, no, it's coming. Let's go on.
But in
All
any
right.
case,
Yeah.
I recently learned that today is, International Nurses Day.
Yes,
and
yes,
it's something
yes.
that is celebrated every year to commemorate nurses from all over the world. So it's something really special and very, very important. Now, it happens every year on the 12th of May to mark the contribution that, nurses make to society. And this day was chosen as it is the anniversary of the birth of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. Her experiences as a nurse during the Crimean War were foundational in her views about sanitation, and her efforts to reform healthcare greatly influenced the quality of care in the 19th and 20th centuries. Wow. She shared these following words.
Yeah, she said, live life when you have it. Life is a splendid gift. There is nothing small about it. Wow. Live life when you have it. Life is a splendid gift. There's nothing small about it.
An interesting fact, she lived until she was 90 years old.
Wow. That's so weird because as a child, growing up, when we learned about Florence Nightingale, I initially thought that her surname was Nightingale, like Nightingale.
Oh, Nightingale. Oh, wow.
I promise you, for the longest time, I thought she was Florence Nightingale.
Oh, wow.
Nightingale.
Now it all makes sense. We've cracked the code. Right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Keep it locked because there's so much more happening. See you after this.
Oh, and she's...
So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hey, welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. Hey, it's Expresso. We're live on SABC3. It's a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday, Taz. Welcome.
We've chosen you. We've chosen you. And I choose
like that.
you.
I like that. I like that.
It's time for us to celebrate some birthdays. That time where we wish you are very beautiful, beautiful people a very happy birthday. If you were born on this day, then hey, you share your celebrations with Academy Award winner Rami Malek, who turns 39 years old today. He started his acting career with a guest starring role on the TV series Gilmore Girls, and he is the first actor of Egyptian heritage to win the Academy Award for the Best Actor, and he was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world. Happy birthday to you, Rami.
Oh, man, the man has been doing some big things. Was he not the lead actor or star of like Queen or something crazy?
I'm not 100% sure. Yes,
No,
I think so. Yes, I remember that.
Look at that
That's
man's
it. That's
swag. But anyway, back to you beautiful people at home that have been joining us on the show. Of usual, we've got an upsound now. This one is from to Bonke Witboy, sent in by Lizzie Tuyula. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Lizzie. I'd just like to take this opportunity to wish my friend Bonke Witboy a happy birthday. Cheers to many more years of love, laughter, happiness, success, you know, all the great things in life. May you just grow older in wisdom and in every other aspect. I just like to say I love you so much.
Yes. Shower the love. It's a incredible Tuesday birthday. Now we've got another one coming in. It's her happy 8th birthday to our beautiful daughter, Anna Kemraj. Wishing you everything of the best today and always. May you have an awesome day filled with happiness, love, and all that your heart desires. Stay blessed. Love from your mum, dad, brother, Kairev, Amit, Yash, and your grandparents. Well, happy birthday to you, Anna, you little princess. Have a special one indeed.
What a pretty princess. And then it's Krinal's birthday today. It says, I wish my sister Krinal a happy birthday. I hope you will have many more blessed birthdays to come. This is from your one and only sister, Krizal. Happy birthday. And then Vuyiseka, it's your birthday as well today. Look at you, looking amazing there. Happy birthday to this short bass, Vuyiseka Raboche. May you be blessed with all of your heart's desires. Please keep being kind and caring. Happy birthday, Mama.
Vuyikeza's looking like she's ready for that 6 to 9 curfew in the sun, eh? Now we've got Zaina here. It says, wish our Princess Zaina a lovely 4th birthday. May Allah grant all your wishes and may you always have a sparkle in your eye. From your parents, Samira and Nishal, your grandparents, Farid and Zubaida, and of course, all your uncles and aunties. Happy birthday, Zaina, you cutie pie.
Nomapelo as well to one of the most humble souls, Dola, on her birthday. May God shower you with blessings today and always. Happy birthday. Wishes coming your way. This is obviously from your friends who absolutely adore you, Sis Nomapelo. Happy birthday.
Yeah, and then now, of course, guys, if you would like to send your loved ones a birthday message, you know what to do. Send us your videos to 071 640 6551 or email your wishes to birthdays@cordova.tv. Jamie Lee is in the kitchen. Let's see what's cooking.
I am indeed, but if it is your birthday today, happy birthday. I didn't know this, but Nicole can actually sing while Ralden was singing now. She just decided to sing. So I'm going to put in the spot. Sing the viewers a happy birthday there, Nicole. Here you go.
Happy birthday to you. Jamie, that's as far as I go.
I love it. Guys, I just put on the spot there. Nicole, that is how you do it. But listen, maybe if breakfast is the most important meal of the day, well, we know it is. And for our Muslim viewers observing the month of Ramadan, it is also even more important to get your fuel for the rest of the day while fasting. Now, with dates being a traditional source of energy during this time, we thought it would be fitting to create muesli and date muffins for breakfast. Aside from being delicious, they are loaded with fiber and are low GI. So let's get baking. Our singing chef, Nicole, you are taking us through this recipe this morning.
I'm going to get you back for that one. Cool, but this is a very easy recipe. Like you said, it's a great for breakfast thing because you got your muesli. I've chosen a muesli, just one that we had in our storeroom. It's got a little bit of raisins, it's got coconuts, it's got nuts, but you can use a plain muesli, anyone that you have in your cupboard. So we pop that in. We've got bran flour. We're going to pop that in, just help with the fiber. And then we've got a little bit of sugar, We're going to add
brown
that.
sugar, making
Brown
healthy choices as well.
Exactly, and it also makes it nice and crunchy as well.
Got it.
We've got some cinnamon. We've got our bicarb, which is our raising agent. Then we've got our beautiful dates. Like we said, the dates are a great source of energy. And it was also, I believe, that the Prophet Muhammad broke his fast with.
I was actually going to tell you a funny story. Growing up, I used to go to my Muslim friends and go and buka to them. So it's when they break their fast in the evening. And we always, before breaking fast, or when breaking fast, we'd have a date and water. And they would always tell me about, the Prophet Muhammad would have 3 dates and water to break their fast. So it's very interesting that you bring dates in there.
Yeah. Then we're going to throw our BWell oil in. You want to do at least a 3/4 cup. You can add a whole cup if you want to. It just adds a lot of moisture and richness to the dough, well, to your muffin mix. So we're going to add that. Then we've got buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, use milk, add a little squeeze of lemon, just mix, mix, mix.
Lemon?
Lemon juice, yeah. It separates and thickens your milk, and you've got buttermilk.
Nice.
So we've got that in. So we're going to put this all together.
And I'm assuming that when you make a bunch of this, you can actually just store it and then use it every morning. So it's all about convenience, because especially now you're on lockdown for like the longest time, 47 days, and you want to try and get creative with making breakfast. I think this is perfect for the kids. Again, getting them involved in making something like this. So
yeah, and it's very easy. I mean, you saw it literally all goes into one bowl. We're mixing it up together, making sure that our flour is beautifully incorporated. And then we're going to just dish it into our lined muffin tins over here. I'm going to use a little spoon. And then you're going to bake it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until you prick in a skewer or metal or even a sharp knife you can put in there. If it comes out clean, it's done. So this is actually such a stunning recipe, Jamie. This one, I love it because it's all mixed into one, and it actually comes from their cookbook that BWell offers online with loads of Ramadan recipes. And yeah, I just think everyone should go check it out. So it's really, really very cool. I'm going to pop that all in.
Awesome. So if you don't know this, but suhoor is also known as breakfast time during the month of Ramadan. It's a pre-dawn meal and is the last meal eaten before the sun rises. Now, when the day of fasting begins, these muffins, I think, is a great way to use your leftover dates from the night before. And again, like I said, you can even make these ahead of time and either freeze the batter raw or individually freeze the freshly baked muffins and grab as you need them.
Yes.
It's all about convenience right now.
Super convenient, exactly. And it's nice that in the morning you don't have to bake it fresh, you can just pop it in the microwave or even a preheated oven just to heat up if you did freeze them, and then you're good to go. That's all you do to...
I love. I just wanted to ask you, did you...
line it?
Line it?
Yes, I did. You don't want it sticking in your pan, because that would just be a disaster.
And you can have fun with this. You can put in cranberries. I would add in some cranberries. You added in some cinnamon.
You can add in
it has a nice nutty flavor, some nutmeg as well.
Yeah, so then in the oven it would go 15 to 20 minutes, and you can add in, like you said, the nuts. But if you do add the nuts in, just pop it and make it fold it in beautifully before you pop it in the oven, otherwise it burns. So you're going to set your oven at 180 degrees.
180 degrees, preheated, or
preheated.
Can you just put it in?
Make sure it's preheated at least for like 15 to 20 minutes before the time.
My best part of having a muffin in the morning is actually it has to be fresh. So even if you're not making it fresh, take it out of the microwave, slice it over, put some warm butter and maybe cheese in there.
That sounds great. I would do jam and cheese.
Jam and cheese both together. I mean, whatever you want to do with it. Go crazy. Date and muesli muffins made by our singing chef, Nicole. But of course, you can find this recipe online on our website, expressoshow.com.
primary school when Jo Prince decided she wanted to be a Protea netball player. Now fast forward to 2020 and she has made this dream come true and is now a member of the national squad. Now she has won numerous awards, including the Cape Winelands Netball Player of the Year, as well as the prestigious Stellenbosch University Sportswoman of the Year. And of course, if you ever wondered how a professional netball player stays in incredible shape, well, wonder no more. Southern Stings netball player and Protea squad member Jo Prince will be taking us through her lockdown fitness routine. Jo, it's so good having you in the studio this morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. Now, how exactly have you been surviving the lockdown?
I must admit, it's not been easy. It's been quite tough, but by working out and keeping fit, that has really been keeping me sane.
Oh, I could definitely agree with you. Now, you being a professional athlete during this time, I know you're unable to train and obviously play netball as you usually do. So how do you maintain your form during this time?
It's really hard, especially doing a team sport, because now I have to train and stay fit on my own. But I've really been trying to stay connected with teammates as well as other players by doing live sessions on Facebook and on Instagram, and that makes me feel less alone. And it also keeps me motivated, because if you feel like you're not doing it on your own, it makes you want to do it.
Oh, it's so good to have technology on our side and able to still kind of get through it together with our teammates. But you played for the Marties varsity netball team until last year and even won the Sportswoman of the Year. Now, how much has varsity sport really helped your career?
Honestly, it's been amazing. I played varsity netball for 6 years. It has really given me so much exposure, as well as really teaching me about how to be a professional athlete, because you have to balance life with being a student and being an athlete as well, and that teaches you so much and really builds your character. So it helped me a lot. Like, I'm really grateful for the years of playing varsity netball.
It's never easy being an athlete, especially in this country when we have so many obstacles that we need to overcome. So kudos to you for getting so far in the game already. Now, the national netball team had a commendable Netball World Cup in England last year, finishing 4th in the tournament. Now, what were some of the things you learned along the way, and especially from the team?
That was really amazing, like for South Africa, for us being so competitive in the tournament, because usually in the past we would lose by far, like double digits. And last year we really were competitive, and the sport has been growing through the years. And we were really excited about getting the World Cup bid for 2023 in Cape Town. And we're really excited, and we're only working towards that right now, and really being a force on the international stage.
Well, Jo, thank you so much for sharing that, and it's obviously so good having you in the studio. But guys, don't go anywhere, as later in the show, Jo's going to be taking us through her lockdown fitness routine and showing us how she's keeping fit and preparing for that 2023 competition.
Looking forward to that, Ryle. But meanwhile, in the kitchen, it's all deliciousness. If you're craving pasta but you don't really feel like cooking, then Willie's beef meatballs in a creamy tomato sauce will do the trick. And it's a ready-made dish with penne pasta, cheddar cheese, and fresh parsley. Tastes just like Mama made it. Beautiful. Your delicious weeknight dinner, made easy. All you got to do is eat. But before you do that, let's quickly show you how easy it is to make. Chef Clem, I'm super impressed.
So this is the meatball and pasta dish done, right?
Yeah.
You pop this in the oven, you're good to go. That's dinner.
Done.
But it's my sister's birthday today.
Oh.
Right.
Happy birthday, Sister Clem.
Michaela, it's your
Hello,
birthday.
Michaela.
Happy
It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
I love you so much. She's the queen of pasta bakes.
She's the queen of pasta bakes? Okay, that's all right. So to Sister Michaela, happy birthday to you. I've got a feeling that this here pasta cake has got something to do with your birthday. So everyone's been remarking on just how incredible this looks. You walk around, you're like, is it a cake? Is it a pasta? Ha! It is both! Have it as you like. You can plant a couple of candles on it there, light them up, sing happy birthday in all the different languages.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna sing right now.
You gonna do that?
No, I can't sing.
Go. I've got you in the beatbox.
Okay, so like I was saying, she's the queen of pasta bakes.
Yeah?
I can't sing, Kat. I don't want to do that.
It's all right. I just thought that you'd do it for your sister,
Okay.
It's your sister. It's
How about, can I drop a beat and then can you sing? Because, I mean, you are known for singing.
I haven't.
I do the cooking.
I just haven't practiced in such a long time, Clem.
That means you're ready.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, Michaela. Yeah, happy birthday. It's the remix, baby. It's the remix, baby.
Okay. So, Queen of Pasta Bakes, it's her birthday, so what else should I make? I'm gonna make a
pasta cake.
bake birthday cake.
That's beautiful.
All right?
That's beautiful.
So let's do this. Okay,
all right.
Very, very simple.
I tell you what, you need to go and get your mic on, because clearly something is wrong with your mic. In the meantime...
Oh, I've got an idea. How about I instruct you to do this? It's super simple.
Okay,
You've washed your hands, you've done it already.
How about it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's how we handle technical difficulties right here. We just wing it. Right, so Kat, what I'm gonna need you to do is to take the pasta bake for me.
Yeah.
And there's a big bowl right on the end.
Big bowl right on the end. Okay, cool. I see the bowl. I'm gonna leave this right over here. Bowl is coming out. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna have a... We're gonna treat this like a challenge.
What you need? Don't break my chair.
The first challenge is sitting.
Careful,
okay, cool.
careful,
There we go. So you got a knife there, right? You got a knife on the end. Can you cut that pasta bake open? So like I said, Woolies have got dinner done for you already. Essentially, this just goes into the oven, and then it bakes, and then it's done. But I want to kind of like step it up a bit. I want to kind of like treat the family, so we're gonna make this into a cake. So Kat, you got that? You got a spatula on the side there?
I've got a spatula. What am I gonna do with that? What am I doing with the spatula?
You're gonna put that pasta bake inside our dish for us.
Like a big bowl. Okay, cool. See if Clem can do it. I can do it too.
You can do it. This is how we just roll with things. I'm very excited. This is so easy to make. I want to see you make this at home, though. It's so important.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okie dokie. Yes.
Okay, then. Remember when we spoke about a bechamel? I think
bechamel. Yes, that's a white sauce.
Yeah, it's a white sauce.
That includes butter, flour, and some milk.
So when Woolies does it, they use cream.
Oh.
It's so decadent.
Extra.
There we go. Here's your bechamel sauce with cream. You're doing very well.
Thank you very much.
You're doing very well.
I've turned out to be quite the cook this lockdown period, I've got to admit.
I would expect you to be. You didn't cooking segment.
Did you see what I did yesterday?
What happened yesterday?
So I extended Mother's Day by a day. I decided to make Monique your egg noodle and stir fry, but instead of the pork, I used fish.
I like that.
Oh, it's amazing.
Well done, well done.
This goes in here, right?
That goes in there.
All of it.
And she loved it.
Oh, my goodness. She's still loving it. There's still a little bit left.
I dig that. I like it. You're kind of making it your own. That's what I want our viewers to do at home.
Look at that.
Take the recipes, make it their own.
And I don't like to waste sauce. When there's sauce, you must use every little bit of it.
Did we get that from our mothers? You waste nothing in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
You waste nothing.
Okay, so what happens after the bechamel sauce is
Okay, cool. You give it a good mix.
Good mix. Let's get rid of this. Give it a good mix.
I'm sorry I didn't get you a bigger bowl, but you got this.
Listen, it's all good. It's all good.
So what the white sauce does, it helps that pasta to actually bind while it's in the oven. Yeah, that's gonna give it that cake shape.
Of course, because it's got the flour element.
There we go. So you've got a springform cake tin to your right.
There it is.
You can spoon that into that. Actually, maybe bring the springform tin this side. It'll help you a little better.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fill that dish with your pasta filling. I think this is something we should start. Chef stands on the side.
Instructs. Here we go. So we're gonna get all of this in here,
all
right?
of it in.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then, once it's all in, you're gonna sprinkle some breadcrumbs over.
Oh my word, there's so much. You could feed an army with this.
You don't have to fill it all the way. I mean, if you got...
No, I want to.
Oh, okay.
Waste not, want not.
Never.
Okay.
So pack it down nicely.
Here we go. Yeah, we'll do. Okay. There's a little bit of sauce here.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, look at that. Just come on, man. Get involved. Get excited. Get hungry.
Yeah. Okay.
My goodness.
Honestly, how many people do you think that's going to feed?
Look, if you slice it up into... it depends on how hungry they are. I'd say about 6.
I'd say about 6, yeah.
6 people with a little bit of a second helping.
Absolutely. There we go. Okay, so you got some toasted breadcrumbs in front of you.
Right here.
That's going to give us that crunch on the top.
Okay.
What I normally do is I mix my mozzarella with my breadcrumbs in a bowl, so you get that combination of that crunchy from the breadcrumbs and that creamy, ooey, like maltiness of the mozzarella.
Mozzarella?
Mozzarella.
There we go. We're going to mix that together.
And that's going to make like the most amazing topping on our pasta bake.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are getting
If you ever want to
delicious.
make chicken breasts next level delicious, you just like sear them, sprinkle this over it.
Is this
pop
what we're
it in the
doing
oven.
here? Are we getting involved?
Yeah, just like that.
Are we involved? All hands are sanitized before
Sanitized.
start cooking. Washed and sanitized.
Sanitized.
Oh gosh, I love that word so much.
There we go. Okay.
Anatize is a thing. So now we just sprinkle.
Yeah, and I like what you're doing. You want to make sure that you really have your breadcrumbs mixed evenly with your mozzarella. You want a nice, even consistency, and now you sprinkle.
Oh, now we just... Oh, my goodness. What are you doing to me?
Good. So what I do is I actually have, in my freezer, I've got a bag of breadcrumbs mixed with cheese.
No, just like on standby?
On standby, because the freezer's so...
Oh, my word.
Whenever you're doing like a bake, you just sprinkle that over.
Goodness.
And it's so good.
This is amazing. Oh, man, I am salivating.
There we go. What happens? What happens is that goes to the oven.
Yes.
Let's say about half an hour, okay, at 180. Everything's already cooked. You just kind of want it to come together.
Yes.
Right.
Come together.
So, when it comes out the oven, most important step of the whole recipe.
Yes.
You leave it.
Let it rest.
You let it rest for about... You serve this at room temperature or still warm. You let it rest for half an hour.
Yes.
Half an hour, okay?
Okay.
And then you then pop the side of the springform tin. You lift it out, and this is your beautiful pasta bake cake.
That's amazing.
I had a pan on the side. I was going to show you how to make a garlic breadcrumb. That's level 2. That's tomorrow.
No?
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 I think you're good. I think you're good. What I want you to do is... No, Kat, you've done the job. It's done.
It is done.
Hey,
the job is officially
South
done.
Africa.
As simple as that.
Well done, my friend.
Level 2, next time I'll be making this beautiful garlic sauce that we're going to make. But, like you said, level 2, that's on your level. Okay, so if you want to enjoy this deliciousness, check out our website, expressoshow.com, for the recipe. Thank you very much.
We're going to drop another beat.
Oh, what? Happy birthday, happy. I feel like a 90s R&B star. Happy birthday, happy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yo, what is up and welcome back. You know what time it is if you missed that incredible interview earlier. We were joined by Jo Prince, our up-and-coming netball sensation, and she's about to deliver us with an incredible lockdown workout using what I believe is just a towel. Jo, you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, it's so good. So I know you got to take us through a little bit of a workout. Where do we begin? I know we've got a couple of exercises and this little gym act, so take it away. Where are we starting?
Okay, perfect. All you need is a mat and a towel. It's just a normal towel that you can roll up. I hope everyone has a towel at home. Because we are struggling with a lack of equipment, we just use what we have at home to do our exercises. So we're just going to do 4 basic exercises using our towel.
Brilliant. You guys heard it at home. No equipment needed whatsoever. Just grab yourselves a towel, wrap it up, and we're going to go into our first exercise of the day. All right, Jo, where do we begin?
Okay, so the first one is just going to be a squat. So you're going to take your towel, rest it at the back on your shoulders.
All right.
And grab it on each side.
Okay,
you're
I'm
going
with you.
Stand with your feet lie shoulder width apart and your feet rotated outward slightly. Nice and comfortable. And you're just going to go into a nice deep squat with the towel rested on your shoulders. And you're going to come up and push the towel up and extend your arms.
Ah, okay, I got you.
So it's down.
So down into a full squat.
Yep, perfect.
And then press it straight back up.
And push the towel up.
All right, I'm feeling my shoulders in this one on the press. Is that correct? Am I doing it right?
Yes, you're doing it
All right,
perfect.
brilliant.
Engage the core, make it nice and tight, and squeeze the bum on your up. So you go down and squeeze the bum when you come up.
Oh, okay, so getting that glute going. I'm loving this, feeling the burn already. Now, Jo, how many reps would you suggest we do of these in total?
I say let's do 20 of these, and then you go on to your next exercise.
All right, so you guys at home heard it. 20 reps in total is what we're going to need. Of course, after the show, we'll join you for a live session and take you through the entire workout. But as usual, I'm so excited to see what's next. So let's take it away. What is the next exercise of this workout?
Next one Perfect. Okay, you're gonna bend your knees slightly, standing in the same position. Just bend the knees slightly, engage your core, make it nice and tight, and then you take your towel, you extend your arms in front of you, and you take it up, down slow, like first down slowly, and up quickly. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up.
And explode
Remember
up.
to keep the core nice and tight.
All right. 1, 2,
and quick up.
3, 4. And quick up. Now, Joe, this is quite an interesting exercise. Obviously, I'm feeling the stimulation in my shoulders, but I'm noticing another benefit with this, which is really cool. As I'm pulling away to strengthen the towel, this sort of lateral line over here is also getting a bit of stimulation. So that's a really, really cool one. But you being a netballer, why do you do this exercise and how are you benefiting from it?
So for netball, we have to pass a ball. But it's not just a ball that you just pass lightly. You have to pass it with power, and that means your shoulders and your lats need to be really strong for you to be able to put that power behind that pass. So that is why we have to do these exercises and make it nice and strong. And always engaging the core, because you need to be balanced while you do anything on the netball court.
Say no more. I continually repeat how important the core is for an athlete, for anyone starting out. So you are speaking my language. So thank you so much for this. Guys, don't forget, engage that core. And we are moving over to exercise number 3 now. So Joe, take it away. What's next?
Okay, this one, we're going to go into a lunge. So you're going to keep your towel extended in front of you. Go into your lunge. And then twist to the side with the upper body.
Okay, so lunging and then twist to the side like a bit of a row.
And then twist to the side with the towel. So nice lunge and twist to the side.
All right, you guys got that at home? A big lunge. Obviously, make sure when we're lunging, don't get that knee to go over the front toe. Keeping your core engaged, and we're going to go for a big sort of a twist or a pedal. I'm feeling it in my stomach and my core. I hope that's right. Is that correct, Joe?
Yes, that's perfect.
Brilliant.
The core needs to be nice and tight always, because if someone bumps you on the court, we don't want you to fall over.
All right, so staying strong, staying stable. This is exactly what's going to help you guys. And anyone else there that's wanting to become a budding, future potential national netball Protea player. Right, so we're going for our last exercise of this routine, Joe. I'm already working up a nice little sweat here, and we haven't even done the full workout. So what's the last one on the agenda?
Last one, you're going to go down on your bum and on your back.
Okay.
And we're going to go into a nice little sit-up. Easy. With the towel. So you're going to go up and you extend your arms and keep the towel above your head.
I love how she just says it's easy and makes it look so easy as well. Let me go for a try here, guys. All right, straight up. Feeling a bit of a challenge there, but that wasn't too bad. And we're going straight back down for some control. Yep, straight back up. I'm loving this towel. Joe, I must say, using a towel is such an awesome gym hack. You're getting extra benefit all the time out of using this. Keeping the control, making sure that it stays nice and tense is also really important, which is adding some extra stimulation to all those body parts. So this is a really great one. Again, Joe, are we going to be doing 20 reps in total?
Yes, 20 reps of each. And then you repeat it 2 to 3 times.
All right, guys, you heard it. So we're going for 20 reps of each exercise. That's 4 exercises in total. And we're going to go for 3 sets as well of that. So I hope you loved and enjoyed this session that we had with Joe Prince, our future and current superstar in the netball game. And for anybody else out there that's wanting to get your fitness on, make sure you join us later on for Facebook Live as we go through this entire workout. Compliments of Joe Prince, our Protea netball sensation. But thank you, Joe, for being in the studio, and we wish you so much luck, especially for 2023, when I know that's going to be a really big tournament that we're hosting here locally.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I hope you enjoyed the session.
All right, cheers.
So everyone was like, no, you baked the cake, you baked the pasta cake, but you've got to show us now how you're going to make that lovely garlic sauce.
That level 2.
That level 2 that I'm not yet at.
So what you did, you made level 1. It's not the sauce, it's an actual crumb on top.
It's a crumb on top.
You made level 1 of that bread topping.
Yes.
Here comes level 2.
The mozzarella and the breadcrumbs,
yeah.
right?
Level 2 is butter in a pan, right? And then we're taking these breadcrumbs. So these are toasted breadcrumbs. It's proper bread that's been dehydrated. This lives in your cupboard for like ever. Okay, but now next level, level 2. To the butter, we add the breadcrumbs.
Lovely stuff.
And we're going to re-toast, so we're going to kind of fry it in that butter. And because it's dry, it's literally just going to go and suck up all that butter. So you give it a good mix. And you're gonna do this until the bread starts to darken. You're gonna smell it before you see it.
Okay.
You're gonna smell like toasted bread.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, you know that smell.
Butteriness, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breakfast time.
So you're gonna smell, once you smell it, you keep an eye on it because it's gonna go from this like light brown to like, boom, golden brown, like quickly. So you keep an eye on it. So
okay, good.
That's gonna happen. I'm gonna use my sensors in the kitchen now.
So at this rate, you probably have your stove on medium, right?
I got it on a medium heat. Yeah, you don't want to go. I mean, I suppose once you get more confident in the kitchen, you'll be able to whack it up to high.
Yeah,
quick over here, a little bit over here, there. Yeah. But for now, keep it on a medium heat.
But the butter has a low melting point anyway, or lower melting. So.
Kitchen by Cat. I love that.
What?
What?
Did you just do that?
Yes.
Trademark it, man.
SABC 3 next month.
Next time on Kitchen by Cat.
Okay. So that's gonna happen. Let that do its thing. Then I'm gonna add some garlic to it.
Okay, lovely.
Garlic, yes. I mean, so much of it.
For me, garlic is the absolute representation of cooking. You walk into anybody's kitchen and it smells like garlic heated up, and you're like, now we're cooking. That this person knows how to cook. Whatever they're cooking is going to be delicious.
I feel like it's the ingredient that brings the world together.
Right?
Every cuisine uses garlic. Name a cuisine.
Let's go pizza.
Is it done? Thai food. Thai food's got Chinese food. Russian food.
Russian food?
I mean, yes.
What?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I haven't had much. The only Russian I ever had was the Russians we used to have at school.
No,
the Russians.
I don't even think that's.
Yeah?
I don't even think that's on the same continent. I think it's like.
I don't even know where they. Why do we call it a Russian?
I don't know. Guys? Maybe the person who made it was
Somebody
was
help me out. Tabzi?
The guy was making it was Russian. He had to make lunch, and they were like, "What's going on? Russian, done." And that's how you got it.
I need to understand that. Somebody needs to just tweet us and just let me know. Tabzi, so do you know why do we call it a Russian? I gotta get Russian.
Oh man, I've never thought that far. I've never thought about why we call it a Russian. Is it from Russia? Do they eat it a lot in Russia?
No, we just say no.
It's not even.
No.
Not even.
Hey, if you're watching this live on YouTube and you are from Russia, please let us know.
Let us know. Okay, cool. So this is that you can smell it. The garlic's in there, the parsley's in there, the butter's in there, the breadcrumbs in there. It's starting to toast nicely.
Yeah.
Once this is done, this can go to the freezer as well. Done.
For later.
As soon as you're ready to top it, mix it with the mozzarella cheese on there. Smell that garlic.
Beautiful.
That's it. Level 2, guys.
Wonderful.
Level 2.
Delicious.
For the people.
Level 2 during level 4. Lock that down.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes, such as a trip for 2 with KLM to Amsterdam, LG G8X cell phones, LG TVs and dishwashers, guest vouchers, guest watches and accessories, plus the smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
We know it's been tough, South Africa. To distance yourself from the warmth of KZN's shores, from exploring the majestic mountaintops of the Ukahlamba Drakensberg, to dancing to the beat of Zulu warriors From enjoying the thrills of ziplining down Africa's longest zipline at Lake Eland and marveling at our World Heritage Sites and beauty of the Isimangaliso Wetland Park, to creating unforgettable adventures walking amongst the Big Five. But while you're missing out on these unbelievable experiences for now, distancing yourself from all the things you love to do, remember, KZN will see you soon. Kumbula, iKZN izonibona kungebudala. Believe it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live on SABC3. Thanks so much for starting the day off with us. Now, today is a special day. It's International Nurses Day, which has been celebrated every year on the 12th of May since 1965. Now, it's celebrated on the birthday of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing as we've come to know it. Now, we know that nursing is the largest healthcare profession in the world, and nurses, they really do play a vital role during the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, they are the true heroes on the front line every single day, going out there and fighting the COVID-19 fight. And we're going to be chatting on the line by a registered nurse, Craig Albertus, who works at the Tygerberg Hospital here in the Western Cape. They do a lot of testing around COVID-19, and he's really gotten to experience what that environment and that territory is like during this time. Craig, good morning. You are such a superstar. Thank you so much for making time to chat to us this morning. Craig,
good morning, Jabez, and good morning to all the viewers.
Well, Craig, you work at...
It's a big pleasure to talk to you guys this morning.
Fantastic. You work at one of the tertiary hospitals in the Western Cape, the Tygerberg Hospital. You do tests for COVID-19 and you treat patients who have tested positive as well. Are you currently working directly with any of the COVID-19 patients?
At the moment, I'm not working directly with these patients, but the thing is, all the patients that we do treat or that I have, that I'm in contact with, I treat as a COVID-positive patient just to protect myself and to protect the patients as well. Because you don't know what is happening out there and what the patients actually have when they come into the hospital.
Craig, first of all, second of all, rather, happy International Nurses Day. It's so tempting to jump straight into the COVID-19 conversation, but, you know, we're always thinking of you, you guys putting yourselves out there and really just saving lives. But tell me, what does a normal day at work look like for you? And, you know, what preventative measures are you taking and have you put in place to protect yourself from getting infected with the coronavirus? Ooh, it seems we've lost Craig. He is a busy man and the hospital seems to be quite a busy time at this time. We'll try and catch up with him a bit later on if we can get him on the line. But of course, happy International Nurses Day. These are the people putting themselves on the front line and fighting on a daily basis, keeping lives safe. Time for us to check out what's happening on social media. Ladies!
Absolutely. So much love is coming through for International Nurses Day today on our social media. We posed a question and said, you know what, let us know what you think about this day. Obviously, all the workers working in the front line during this pandemic, and so many people came through to share that love with our nurses today, one of them being Vincent.
Yes, of course. Vincent Mzwandile Dlamini says, Happy International Nurses Day, and put up a quote to all the nurses, which says, I want you to know that we all admire and look up to you. You are awesome, and you seriously hold the greatest titles on earth. You are unsung heroes in a very important job. Thank you for everything that you do. What a beautiful, beautiful post.
Love that, Vincent.
Nice.
Another one comes through from Clarissa Crouch saying, Happy Nurses Day to all the brave men and women working the front lines. You were heroes long before this pandemic and you will be heroes long after it is gone. We appreciate you. Yeah, Clarissa. We love that.
We truly do appreciate you.
And then we have another one from Daphne saying, Good morning, team. Thinking of all of the nurses and carers already at work. Be safe. Be safe indeed.
Yes, of course.
And then last but if not least, our very top fan, Gary Aukamp, who always sends us beautiful pictures in the morning, says, enough said. Well, that's all the love coming through on our social media for our nurses today. But right now, we're going to get back into that conversation with our nurse.
Well, earlier on, we started a conversation with Craig Albertus, who is a nurse working on the front line during this COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, we lost him, but it seems we've got him back on the line. Craig, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic. Now, Craig, there's a lot happening during this time. How are you keeping yourself safe? What precautionary measures have you taken and have you put in place to make sure that you are safe and continue to be able to do the good work that you're doing?
First and foremost is that you have to look after yourself. So, and especially in the environment that I'm working in at the moment. So, as we all know, we have this PPE that we have to wear as the frontline workers. So basic protection is protect us. We wear masks, our gloves, and our apron. If we work with any patient, no matter what their status, if it's COVID positive or negative, and if you do work with a COVID positive patient, you have the full PPE. We have to wear a gown, goggles, a visor to protect yourself and to protect your patient, because you might be asymptomatic and still have the COVID virus, or your patient can transfer the virus to you. So it's a bit of a daunting case, but PPE is the best thing that we use in hospital at the moment to protect ourselves.
Keep safe out there, Craig. In fact, I mean, you know better about keeping safe than I do. I shouldn't be telling you this. But, Craig, on International Nurses Day, here you are, a male nurse in, I think, a space that a lot of people expect, you know, nurses, or the stigma is that nurses are female, or the idea is that nurses are female. How did you, first of all, decide on this profession, and how have you handled the stigma, if there is even such a thing?
As you said, yes, nursing is known as a female-dominated profession. To be honest with you, my first choice was to study medicine, but as the child of a single mother, it would have been impossible financially for her to send me to medical school. So I decided, okay, let me study nursing. And as soon as I started, and as I was going through my course, doing my degree, I fell more and more in love with nursing. And when I finished, I started working. I still had this thing in my mind, okay, I might just study medicine, but it actually never bothered me again, because I loved nursing so much, because I had the time to spend with my patient, to have a bit more time to provide that sympathy, that empathy that they need at the bedside. And I love to have that bedside nursing manner with my patients. And as a male in a nursing profession, there's quite a lot of stigma around it. And my thing regarding that is to constantly improve my skills, to just to show other people, as one, to show other nurses that male nurses can be proper nurses as well, as they say, and can provide proper nursing care towards patients as well.
The wonderful thing, I think, about what you do is that you really do have the opportunity on a daily basis to build those really meaningful connections with patients as they come into hospitals, and to reassure them and to make them feel safe and make them feel like they're in good hands. Thank you so much for doing that. So, International Nurses Day, how do you usually commemorate this day?
Well, a lot of hospitals has different ways of commemorating International Nurses Day, where they normally have a function to say thank you to nurses, to give them a token of appreciation. 2020, as you know, is now with we have the COVID-19 pandemic, so it's a bit different. But especially this year, what's happening is that the National Minister of Health is going to have a tele-broadcast with all the provinces, where all the nurses will say then a split of service again, because that is just to empower yourself and to remind yourself why you are in this profession, why you're actually doing that. And that is something that I encourage myself with every day. When I feel a bit down, when I feel a bit negative, to look at my nurse split of service, and especially on this day, because this means a lot to us as a nurse. It tells you why you are here, why you're doing this. And it's not for you, it's for the patient. And a simple thank you from a patient or a doctor on this day, or just a happy International Nurses Day, means so much to us.
Seems like, or it sounds like it's true what they say, nursing is a calling, and you have been gifted with the ability to just take on that calling and run with it. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning, Craig Albertus, who is a nurse, celebrating today as we commemorate International Nurses Day. Of course, lots of work to be done in and around our hospitals across the country, in fact, across the globe. But of course, make sure that you work with the nurses. Go on to www.sacoronavirus.co.za. Learn all about the work that they are doing in their hospital spaces, but also how to protect yourself against the coronavirus.
Yes.
Well, the time has just gone 8 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. Let's take a look at those news headlines. On the national news front, Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga is expected to announce when schools will officially reopen this week. After consultations with various stakeholders, Motshekga is expected to provide details of the final date and detailed plans for the phased approach to the possible reopening of schools on Thursday. The minister held a series of meetings with stakeholders in the basic education sector yesterday to discuss the state of readiness of the sector. Meanwhile, children of separated or divorced parents will now be allowed a once-off move to different metropolitan areas, district municipalities or provinces, provided they meet certain legal requirements. Minister of Social Development, Lindiwe Zulu, made the announcement during a briefing yesterday, adding that the regulations had been amended. Regulations to transport children between households in different areas include that the co-holders of parental responsibilities must obtain a court order, a parenting plan registered with a family advocate, or a permit issued by a magistrate. On the international news front, the new coronavirus clusters have been reported in Wuhan City, where the virus first emerged in China. Wuhan reported 5 new cases yesterday after confirming its first case since the 3rd of April on Sunday, all from the same residential compound. Now, the latest cases were previously all classified as asymptomatic, meaning they tested positive for the virus, but were not exhibiting clinical signs such as a cough or fever. China does not count asymptomatic cases in its official tally of confirmed infections until they show symptoms. Now, the government of Lesotho's embattled Prime Minister Thomas Thabane collapsed yesterday after his coalition partners pulled out. Pressure has escalated on the kingdom's 80-year-old Prime Minister to resign early over allegations he had a hand in the 2017 murder of his estranged wife. Now, the formation of a new administration could take 2 weeks, the Speaker of Parliament said. Thabane will be the caretaker Prime Minister until then, when Finance Minister Moeketsi Majoro will be sworn in as the new Prime Minister. And now, how Bosch entrepreneurs spotted a gap. Now, finding a gap in the market allows entrepreneurs to be innovative, and just one simple idea can fuel a brand new business venture. And this is exactly what happened in Bosch in Centurion. As thousands of residents queued for food parcels, one young man, Honest Ndebele, saw that many of the elderly community members struggled to carry the heavy parcels back to their taxis and homes. So Honest immediately knew what he had to do. He fetched his wheelbarrow and began carrying the food parcels on behalf of the struggling residents, asking a small fee for his labor in return. And within days, business was booming. Others have also now joined him in his endeavor, making something during lockdown. It just goes to show that an entrepreneurial spirit like that of Honest can see a lucrative opportunity in the dreariest of situations, and Bosch community can be very pleased with that. A real win-win situation. And finally, turning our gaze into the world of entertainment, if you watch TV throughout the 2000s, then you know that afternoons were reserved for the children of the house to tune into the popular youth program, Yo TV. Now, the child star presenters of the show recently hosted a virtual reunion where they caught up and shared what has been on many of our minds, what they've been up to since they left the show. And they're now in their early 30s and living in different parts of the world. Sade Giliberti revealed she works as a TV presenter and events manager in London. Silai Tobakale lives in Berlin while completing her MBA in creative leadership and runs her own strategic consultancy company. Byron Taylor moved to New Zealand 3 years ago and he owns his own production company, while Mandi Sanakana Taylor also lives in London and is a mother of 3, revealing that she works as a teacher at a primary school and absolutely loves her job. And it's so great to see our past role models dominating in their respective industries. Well, on that note, let's take a quick look at the weather. Here's quickly.
Thank you so much, Kat. We've just gotten into the final hour of the show. Let's have the final look at the weather this morning. But first, for some beautiful sunrise pictures, Gail Hansen sent us the spectacular sunrise picture taken from her window while under lockdown, showing off the mighty sun rising from the beach in Durban. South Africa's playground can expect pleasant conditions today, with times of clouds and sun reaching a maximum temperature of 25 degrees. Claude Sikanes from Strandfontein in Cape Town sent us the stunning sunrise picture of the the sun making its first appearance in the mother city. Cape Town can expect mostly cloudy conditions today with a gentle southerly breeze of 17 kilometers an hour, reaching a high of 20 degrees. Thank you both, Gail and Claude, for sending in those beautiful sunrise pictures. We hope that you both have a fantastic Tuesday morning. Now, the South African Weather Service has said it will be a cool and fine and warm day across the country today, starting off at Polokwane with a high of 25 and a low of 8 degrees, and the highest temperature in the country for Mbombela at a minimum of 9 degrees, reaching a maximum of 29. Hazy sunshine for Pretoria at a maximum temperature of 24 and a minimum of 10. Johannesburg 7, 22 are your temperatures for today. Mahikeng is also a sunny day with a maximum of 24 and a minimum of 6. Abundant sunshine for Klerksdorp at a high of 24 and a low of 6. Kimberley 5:22, and the coolest start to the day for Bloemfontein at a low of 4 degrees, reaching a high of 23. Sunshine for Richards Bay at a high of 27 and a low of 16. Sunny with a light northeasterly breeze of 7 kilometers an hour for Pietermaritzburg at a low of 12 degrees, reaching a high of 25. Durban, South Africa's playground, 18:25 are your temperatures for the day. Times of clouds and sun for Mthatha with a low of 12 and a high of 24. East London, 15:23, warm with the sun shining through high clouds for Klerksdorp at a high of 27 and a low of 10 degrees. Port Elizabeth, 15:22, mostly cloudy for George at a low of 12, reaching a high of 20. Sutherland, 5 is your low for today and your high is 20 degrees. And Cape Town, 12:20, cooler conditions with a light southerly breeze of 7 kilometers an hour for Worcester at a maximum temperature of 23 and a minimum of 10. Uppington, 10 is your minimum and your highest temperature for the day is 28. Now, being on lockdown does not mean we can't see, this beautiful country we live in. Send us a picture or video of your hometown and we could show it live on the show. Make sure to include a picture of yourself and why you love your town so much. Now, remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Tuesday morning. Now, I smell something in the kitchen with Jamie. What's cooking?
All of Zanzi. It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M, anytime gap filler.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful Tuesday indeed. Now, we all know that keeping the house in order during lockdown can be quite a mammoth task, but there's always time for a gap filler moment with Super M. This morning, we've got a super quick and super easy vanilla mug cake recipe that is ready within minutes. And take this. It's also made in the microwave. Last week, you taught me how to make something in the microwave.
The biscuits.
The biscuits, yes. And now we are making a vanilla mug cake. I can't believe it.
You can do anything in a microwave these days. I promise you there is a world, there's a way. You just got to follow the correct steps.
I have to be very honest. I was very skeptical at first because I tried making an egg once in the microwave. The entire microwave was filled with an egg. But now, obviously, this is taking it to a whole nother level.
It is.
How? Teach me your ways, dancing chef, singing chef, every chef.
So we've got a vanilla pre-mix cake batter. That's like all you can buy in the shops. Just buy vanilla if you want to flavor it. What's nice about the Super M, they have different flavors. So you can always flavor your vanilla mix with Super M.
So you can have vanilla, you can have chocolate, you can even have some cream soda. Well, we can maybe try a cream soda cake.
Hey, I love cream soda, don't get me wrong. That's my favorite one, like guilty pleasure. Okay, so we're gonna pop some butter, melted butter over there. We're going to pop some eggs in there and then our vanilla Super M. We're gonna do 160 mils, so this is about half a cup, and then we're just gonna add a little bit extra. But because I'm a chef, I don't need little measuring spoons. I can just...
It will tell you
eyeball it. Cool, so we're just gonna... You saw how I made a well in the center, so you can, by doing that, you can mix all your wet ingredients together first before moving out and getting into the batter. And that is as easy as it is. So you're going to use a mug. Don't use your granny's mugs.
Of course, it's vanilla cake mug, so you have to use a mug.
Exactly. But you don't want to use your granny's mugs that's got the beautiful golden rim on, because it will electrocute in the microwave. So make sure it's a microwave-safe mug that you're using. So you literally just mix it all together.
Okay, I'm looking at the end result. I know you're busy making it, but I'm looking at the end result, and all I'm picturing in my mind right now is this in front of the TV. Just because I see you have some ice cream as well. A beautiful moment, watching your series, binging, and just digging into this, being warm again, oozing with that beautiful vanilla.
Yes, the vanilla one.
Or even chocolate.
So I had a beautiful moment with my sister, and she lives with me. So we made a chocolate one over the weekend. It was amazing because when I saw this recipe, I was like, damn, I'm
gonna try this.
I need to try this. So we did it on the weekend, and I was super impressed. I was like, woo, so cool. So I've sprayed it. Just makes it.
That's not your grandmother's mug, right? No.
This is mine. Okay, so we're gonna pop the batter in. Do it about 3/4 away. Like you don't, as you can see here, you don't want to fill it up too much. Like even these ones with 3/4, and you can see how they rose. So I would say about that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good enough, yeah? Because it's obviously still gonna give you this little top.
3 to 4 minutes in the microwave. Leave it. Don't open it like too soon because you're going to stop the cooking process.
So, okay, let me just take it through, because sometimes I find out when I open it and check it in, you put it in, leave it for 4 minutes, and then take it out at the end.
Yes, and you'll see it bakes beautifully. Look there. So I'm just making a hole.
I actually want to break that because I feel like that is...
So we've got some vanilla ice cream.
That is so soft and so...
Right? Are you going to taste it? It's good, right? So you're just going to top it off with ice cream so that you can totally indulge in this. This one's a vanilla ice cream with a little bit of cookies inside.
What is life right now? What, that is...
Done.
Perfect.
Just dig in. That's it.
And then I would even go further and take some chocolate and then just sprinkle it around. How perfect is that? This is date night material. This is if you want to impress anybody that's coming over. This is how you do it.
Even the kids can make this. I mean, you saw it literally no burning or adult supervision. Obviously check them, make sure they do everything correctly, but it's not something that involves heat or taking out a hot thing out of the oven. It's something that they can make for mom or for themselves.
What's perfect is you can have it if you want it cold, if you want it hot. And can I give you a tip? I don't think I've ever shared this with you. This is one of my little chef tips. I actually put this in some coffee as well. So, you know, like, if you want to have, like, you know, chai latte or whatever, you just pop this into your coffee. It's nice, gives that creamy texture.
That sounds amazing. Have it together. You don't need to, then you just do your coffee with just the Super M.
Just the Super M, because that would then be like your milk.
Yeah, and your sugar.
And your sugar.
Yeah, so it's like all the sweetness, the flavor. I mean, that sounds really amazing.
Listen, that was amazing, Nicole Snelling. Vanilla cake in a mug, but maybe you have got a tasty treat up your sleeve for a gap filler moment. Well, we certainly got a few coming through. One of them being Radhika Huntraj was also inspired to use Super M to bake her delicious cupcakes. We are sure those went down as a treat. They look amazing. Another one came through from Gugu Gumede, impressed us with her fruity and fluffy pancakes in which she used clover fresh milk as well as fruits of the forest as a topping. I think that's a brilliant way to enjoy fruits of the forest. Gugu, so shout out to you, Mama, getting all creative in the kitchen. But guys, it's really as simple as that. Just reply to the Clover competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter page by posting a pic of your recipe creation. Use that hashtag #LoveClover and tell us which Clover product you use to create your dish. There will be one winner every week until the 29th of May of the most creative recipe using a Clover product. And the winner will win a Clover Love Pack hamper. And we will be making that winning recipe right here on the Expresso show. So what are you waiting for? Show us what your cooking or your baking skills are and enter. And remember, those T's and C's do apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. I'm going to dig in again.
Me too.
All of Zanzi! It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M. Anytime gap filler. Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, you beautiful people, you are still hanging out with your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3, giving you that kickstart and jumpstart to your beautiful morning. Now, the public was asking, and she listened, who better to make a how-to video when it comes to face masks than South Africa's Suzelle DIY? Absolutely nobody. Thank you so much for joining us on the line this morning, Suzelle.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be on the show today. So thank you for asking me. And I hope you're doing well, hey?
Well, certainly not as excited as I am to see you. How have you been keeping yourself safe during this lockdown, Suzelle?
You know what? I've just been channeling my inner creativity, and I've actually really enjoyed it because I'm just spending time at home doing all sorts of creative projects. Oh, gosh, don't even get me started. So, look, it's been a challenge, as they all know, but we're just keeping it together.
You know, I think that one of the most hardest working women in the world of DIY has to be you, Suzelle. I mean, here you are collaborating with the Western Cape government and the Premier, Alan Winded, to make a DIY mask-making video. How did this come about? What was the idea behind this?
You know what? This is what happened. Alan Windy, hello, he found me on my phone. And immediately I realized that basically the government is phoning me. And he explained to me, Suzelle, we need the people to accept this new normal. We're all going to have to be wearing masks. So we got chatting, we had some Zoom calls, and eventually I made a video, and it basically explains how to make 3 different kinds of face masks. And it's all very easy, hey?
So what does it help to wear a mask? And, you know, how should it fit on your face? Because I always struggle with this. I spend most of my time adjusting my mask because it's always flopping right below my nose. That's the craziest thing.
This is the problem that we're having. Your mask must be very well fitted over your face, because what's important about wearing a mask is you mustn't fit down. Okay. You mustn't be touching it all the time, because that's going to defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. But honestly, anyone can get their mask done at home in such easy steps. Let's take a look at your video where you made these 3 different masks, actually.
Okay, great.
A lot of people ask me, Suzelle, make us a video on how to make masks for coronavirus. 800 emails. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 different kinds of masks. Let's make a DIY no-sew bandana mask. We take our bandana, fold it in half, then we're going to add our extra layer, fold it up. Stage, I'm just going to give it an iron. Pop on our little elastic loopies, fold that in, open this up, tuck it in, give it an iron. Hello. Important things to remember about masks: they need to be at least 3 layers of fabric. The fabric must be very tightly woven. Denim is a very good fabric to make a mask out of. Sorry, Marianne, I've cut the legs of a jeans. I'm going to take the leg of my jean, put the seam in the middle, then flip it inside like this. Then you tuck in the other side. I'm absolutely dying doing this. Little known fact, I can't touch jeans fabric. A jeans, a bull denim. Go! Get away from me! Okay, breathe, Suzelle. This is for your country. Make it nice and regular in shape. This is a little piece of flannelly cotton. I'm going to pop it inside. In you go, my darling. Make it nice and flat. And then finally, I've got these shoelaces. One side. Okay. So, guys, you can either just wear it like this, but I'm going to sew mine. There. There's it. I mean, I'm not being Grey's Anatomy. You'll need a nice thick weave cotton, 2 pieces of elastic, another piece of cotton to slot inside. We're going to start by folding this in half. Right sides together, people. Fold this one in and that one in, like this. I'm going to give it an iron. Now we're going to create some pleats. Over and back. Give it a press. And again, over and back. Right, so we're going to make 1 little loopy with our elastic. We're going to line it up with the edge. We fold it back in and we pin it all together. Pinned at the bottom. Then we're going to do the same on this side. Make a little loopy. And then we pin this last guy. There's it. Okay, guys, you need to sew here and here. You can hand stitch it like this, or you just zip it on the sewing machine. Easy does it. I sew over pins, guys, and then I always back stitch over the elastic especially, just to make it a little bit stronger. It's important that the one side of pleats and the other side of pleats aren't pleated together. They must be separate. Okay, then the other side. Forward stitch, back stitch, forward stitch all the way. Remove the pins, trim your edges and your threads. You turn it the right way round. Push out the corners. It opens up like so. Take your extra layer and you're going to place it inside. Just give it a final iron. This can either be a slip-in layer, or if you're a little bit more of an advanced sewer, you can pre-sew it into your pleats before you turn it inside out. There's it. Ta-da!
Okay, so now I've got the mask on, Suzelle. I mean, that was very impressive. What are the steps involved when I want to take my mask off? Because we don't want to be fiddling, right?
Right, that's important, okay? So the main thing we need to remember is before you take your mask off, wash your hands, because you don't know what you've been touching. Wash your hands, then, okay, let me pop my mask on so I can demonstrate, all right? There's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't touch the fabric part of the mask. You just take the elastics or the straps, and we take it off like that. And then you know what to do? You put it straight in the sink. There's it, straight in the sink. Soap, water, hot water, and you wash it immediately. And you just hang it on the little lappy there, hang it on a hook to dry. So you've got a fresh mask when you're ready to go the next time. And what I like to say is have 2 masks, because you never know. And the best way to disinfect is once it's dry, you iron it. Okay? Nice ironing session. It's very therapeutic.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've heard that. I mean, these are trendy masks, for example. Friends are going to be asking for them once they see you posting them on social media. But, I mean, can I borrow my friends my mask then?
No, guys. We don't share masks. Please, don't share masks.
Okay.
It's a very personal space, this. So don't share masks. Everyone must have their own mask.
Suzelle, you are an absolute star. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
I love you so much. Thank you for teaching us the do's and don'ts, Suzelle, of wearing a face mask, as well as showing us how to create 3 creative, safe and approved ways to make easy and stunning DIY face masks, of course, in the comfort of your own home and by using materials already in your closet. Keep safe.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You are still locked into your Feel Good Breakfast show. Expresso, thank you so much for choosing to start your morning with us right here now. South African pop sensation Tebogo Lo has joined 60 international artists, including Grammy Award-winning music legends for Spread a Smile, a song that has already hit over 10 million views. That's big, and generated an international following across more than 100 nations. Tebogo is joined by Grammy Award winner and Hollywood film composer Mark Isham. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Mark,
Thank you so much.
I watched the video and it's mind-blowing. I'm absolutely really excited for this interview. But where are you calling us from, Mark?
I'm in Los Angeles, about 20 miles north of Los Angeles, California.
Oh, wow. Thank you for taking some time up to join us this morning. I know that it's pretty late there right now. But the first question that I want to ask, the video was made by musicians with each of them recording their own performance from their houses around the world due to COVID-19 and the restrictions that were put in place. How did this come about and what was the idea behind it?
I think it came about, I got a call from just a friend of mine who's a bass player, and he said, I think this is happening. A bunch of people are starting this. There's this song. Do you want to be involved? and he said Stanley Clarke is going to play. I said, well, if Stanley's, I will absolutely be there. And then the next thing I know, Chick was there, and Kate Ceberano, and Taboho, and all these folks that I've played with and heard about, and it was just, the momentum was spectacular. It just took off.
It's superstars from all over the world, just bringing everyone together to spread a smile, which seems so simple. Tebogo, you are homegrown, South African, Cape Townian, and your talent has been shared with many, you know, from the popular singing competition. Why did you decide to be a part of this amazing collaboration? And how were the 60 musicians from all over the world selected to be a part of this?
For me, you know, it was quite an exciting experience for me in a sense that I was honored just to get a call. Robin Hogarth had called me. He's like, hey, T, do you want to do something exciting with musicians all over the world? And I was just like, how? My man, let's do the right thing. You know, I'll never say no to such. And I mean, even if I have to do it online, who's complaining, you know? So,
exactly.
Exactly.
So it had happened, you know, I was just so excited. And, you know, for me, it was about the project. And when I knew it was about spreading a smile, you know, like, who's going to say no?
Exactly. And for us as South Africans, your supporters, it's very good to see you on a global platform. Mark, you are seen in the video playing the trumpet. Was this a complicated task, you know, to score the music to fit each musician's needs?
Well, I think the musicians these days are very technically minded. It's become a very high-tech profession, you know. We all have, I think, little recording studios at our homes, and so I think it was just fun. It just, the track that I got sent, it wasn't finished, but it still had this great energy and great spirit to it, and I just played along, and my son filmed it, and then we sent it in, and this great team assembled the whole thing, and I think you hit the nail on the head. It does exactly what the title says. It puts a smile on your face. It's just a great track in that way.
As I'm doing this interview, I have this big smile on my face because it's so exciting. But now more to, you know, towards the serious stuff, especially surrounding the pandemic, considering what is happening all over the world, is quite evident, right? A lot of countries still in lockdown during this period. What does the future look like within the realms of the music industry and artists like yourself? I'll start with you, Tebogo.
For me, thank you for the question. For me, it has been, I've always seen that we're all going to go into a digital age. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that the music's going to be separated. I mean, nothing can take away live music, of course. But, I mean, if it can be done, you know, with wherever people are, that's the whole way about, you know, reaching the world, you know. And we don't have to be in contact that much until this pandemic can be, you know, just be contained.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think that it will bring people in the long run, musicians, closer together. I think, you know, I could call up Tebogo now and we could do a jam session together now that we know that this technology exists and it's not that hard. And it gives us an opportunity to really, you know, if you can't get on a stage, this is the next best thing. And I think it gives performing musicians a great opportunity to keep playing. Those of us that write, of course, can keep writing and be ready for that next album and that next concert when things return to normal.
It allows artists to be creative and share their creativeness and talents with other artists all over the world. It's been such a pleasure interviewing you this morning. Thank you for joining us. And Mark, please go back to bed. Good night. Thank you for joining us right now.
Well, we just have to say that it's on the YouTube, and just all you have to do is log in and search a smile. I mean, to spread a smile, and it's right there. So
exactly.
Let's get the word out there because it's really, really well worth it.
Very, very worth it. Trust you, me. I can attest to that. This uniquely inspired collaboration comprises an ensemble filming from their homes around the world. Artists participated from New York, Los Angeles, Melbourne, Cape Town, and more than a dozen other cities across Europe and the United States. Even though we are all keeping our distance, we are all in this together. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Expresso Show. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, well, here's the video.
Is it on? I have to turn the slide on? Yeah.
Down. You can't go.
Just angle it down. Let's play. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Hey guys, all right.
Let's talk about something that ain't dangerous. How about this?
Some things may be a little strange for us, but listen to this.
Yeah, we could start a new direction, affecting the future ahead, spreading smiles for miles, a new kind of trend.
Want a new style?
How about this?
Let's talk about something that's courageous.
How about this?
Let's talk about something that's outrageous.
Put this at the top of your list.
Yeah, we can start a new direction, affecting the future ahead,
Spreading smiles for miles, a new kind of trend.
Want a new style? Hey.
How about this?
Come on, hit me up with the pickup, y'all.
If you're stuck and gonna sit at home, live it up, live it up, live it up from here.
You're not alone.
We can live this world from quarantine.
Pick it up, just pick it up. Take this shot with me. Spread a smile, not something else. 'Cause this world is really needing your help. Spread a smile and nothing more, and we'll show this world it can be restored. You wanna smile? How about this?
Oh yeah.
If you're stuck and gonna sit at home, live it up, live it up, live it up with me. We can live this world while quarantined. Pick it up, just pick it up.
Take this shot with me, yeah.
Not something else. 'Cause this world is really needing your help. Spread a smile and nothing more. Nothing more, nothing more. This world it can be restored. Spread a smile. Stay well, stay strong. Keep moving on, keep moving on. How about this?
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, right here to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on SABC3. Now, for some people, giving back isn't only second nature, but also their life's work. Hashtag Got Game Lockdown Legends winner Ayanda Ringana's inspiring nomination not only won him a 1,000 Rand game voucher, but also acknowledged a hero in his community. He joined us from the Drakensberg community to tell us a bit more. Good morning, Ayanda.
Morning, Jenny. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. No need to complain. I'm glad to hear your voice too.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. And also, let me start off by saying congratulations for being a winner. But take us through it. Who did you nominate as your lockdown legend? And why did you think, or why did you want to highlight the good work that they're doing through this competition?
Thank you, Jenny, about the question. I nominated the community leader, Mr. Conrad Poole. hard work you do for our people in terms of these difficult times of the lockdown. Mr. Poole worked tirelessly to ensure that our people of Darker State are safe from this lockdown. And he also work hand to hand with the traffic and the law enforcement and the police and the private security company to ensure that the motorists obey the lockdown regulation. That is why I indeed say that Mr. Conrad is indeed the lockdown legend through his hard work that he do to our people.
I love that, Ayanda. Why did you think it was so important, to recognize heroes in our communities, especially during this time?
During this time, most of if we can understand that since the lockdown started, and as we can remember that the lockdown and the COVID that put out the country upside down and put the faith of people to most of our people have started to lose faith. That is why we have to start to encourage the heroes in our communities, the role that they are playing, to try to start in recognizing the all good work that they are doing in our community.
Absolutely. Now, we know that you are very excited. You have already spent your 1,000 Rand game voucher. What exactly did you purchase with it?
Oh, I was at one game store, but I purchased it was on a grocery on that time. I was very, very delighted the time that I was called and they told me that I won a game voucher.
I love it. Now, obviously, lastly, maybe, do you have any words of wisdom or just words of positivity that you can leave with other people that to be encouraged to be a lockdown legend during this time?
Oh, Jenny, if any one of us can remember that our heroes are everywhere. Our heroes is everyone in our community who work very hard to bring change in our community, to bring a quality life in the life of our people. A person who works very, very hard to ensure that he's willing to bring change in the people of our people. Whatever he do, he ensure that everything is being done to keep things going. A person who will go extra mile to ensure that he help others. That is why I see that it is important to recognize these people in this difficult time.
Thank you so much for your time and also for your nomination, Ayanda Ringana, winner of a 1,000 Rand game voucher. Have a wonderful day further.
Thank you very Jenny. Thank you very much about that. And I'm very, very happy to be nominated for the game voucher from Game.
You are amazing, Ayanda. Now, whether it's a member of your community or just a stranger story you've come across that's inspired you, nominate them just like Ayanda did, and you could both win a 1,000 Rand game voucher. Now, to enter, all you have to do is tell us who your lockdown legend is and why, #GotGame, and tag in game stores, and you could win. Remember, those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition runs until the 15th of May 2020. Now, we're also taking it to a whole other level. You can now buy your groceries, your pet food, cleaning items, hand sanitizer, baby products, stationery, DIY and gardening tools, as well as small appliances such as kettles and toasters, all at Game. And then also just in time for winter, the list also includes heaters. If you find any essential products at a cheaper price elsewhere, show them online or in-store and they'll beat the price by 10% on the difference under their price beat promise. And remember, they are open Monday to Friday from 9 to 5, and as well as Saturday, Sunday and public holidays from 9 to 3. What are you waiting for? #GotGame.
Net magic.
All right, we're in the kitchen. Chef Clem's in the house. And of course, it's starting to look a little bit like winter. The chills are coming in. So all the time we have right now to make delicious, comforting, warming desserts for the winter. And you've got one of my favorite desserts, and I'm very excited to see what you're going to do, because you're mashing up the cultures a little bit here. You're making Malva pudding samosas.
Yeah, absolutely.
You say samosa, samosa?
What do I say? A samosa. A samosa.
Samosa, okay.
Yeah, and it's actually my favorite Afrikaans word.
Samosa?
Yeah.
Regtig?
It's a 3-hoekie vleiskoekie. My favorite Afrikaans word in the world, and it happens to be a foodie word. Want to give it a try?
I will not give it a try.
It's delicious to even say it. Driehoekie vleiskoekie.
Just don't.
Met het Lego?
Nee, glad nie. Kom ons weer gaan. Listen, what do we need for this recipe, Clem?
Okay, so you're 100% right. Winter's like, it's here. In the mornings, it's so nice and cold. The sun's setting, it's getting chilly in the evenings. Puddings are where it's at right now.
How about it?
And I think South Africans, we have the best puddings, flat, like all out. Sega,
I would tend
Malva.
to agree with that.
So I am kind of merging two iconic dishes right now, samosas and Malva pudding. So it's actually inspired by another chef. His name is Warren Carney. He actually took the Malva pudding, he took some Muesli pastry, and then he actually fried it. My mind was blown.
Okay.
So yesterday we made a chicken pot pie, and I said we've got the ready the rolled puff pastry on promo right now at Woolies. Daily Difference. Check it out. I want to show you some interesting ways how we can use it.
Okay, cool.
This is one of them. So all you're going to do is very important when you work with puff pastry. You're going to always buy it frozen.
Yes.
So take it out the freezer and give it enough time to thaw out at room temperature. Don't try and thaw it out in the microwave.
Yeah, that just doesn't work.
You're going to release like. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to puff up. It's going to run. It's not going to be like a don't do it.
How long does it take to thaw out if you're looking
Not
to...
that long.
Yeah?
About half an hour to 45 minutes and you're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so it's not a big
Make
stress.
a cup of tea, make a cup of coffee.
Watch our show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Our beatboxing effort there with a bit of singing.
Listen, we might be onto something.
Yeah.
Not, you know.
I dig it. I dig it.
One for future predictions. But
So,
okay.
use the plastic that the pastry comes with as like to help you. So you roll it up with the plastic. Normally you would sprinkle a bit of flour on your work surface so it doesn't stick.
But you don't need that.
You don't need that. Use the plastic. So we roll it out. You're gonna try and get that well, to get your triangle, you start off with a perfect square.
Yeah, okay. And then you fold it in half.
Perfect shapes with me in the kitchen. Yeah, quarter to corner. Perfect shapes with me in the kitchen. We'll see.
Nah,
we'll see.
Don't worry about that, man.
So let's
want it to be delicious.
So we're gonna go down. Cut a strip, and then we're gonna cut across. So we got two squares. The good thing about puff pastry is it's very like malleable. So if it doesn't come together, you can kind of stretch that pastry, bring it together.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So then, very simple recipe, but ultra delicious. It is so good. So I got our Malva pudding.
Wow.
This is, we actually had someone earlier say, this is like the portion for one for them, because Woolies has that big one.
I would believe that. I mean,
Yeah.
I could eat a portion of Malva pudding like that.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so you fold the corner, and the rule with any samosa, don't overstuff it because it's going to burst out. You're going to lose that shape.
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
don't also skimp on the filling because
nobody likes quote unquote skinny samosa. You know what I mean?
No one likes a driehoekie vleis cookie. No.
That's crazy,
Not
man.
at all.
Okay, let's see how you do this.
So using a plastic, like I said, you just grip the one corner of your pastry, and then you pull it over. You can stretch it nicely. You can use beaten egg to kind of seal it.
Yes. Or just pressure.
Or just really like press it down. Let's start this side so our viewers can see. Stretch it across. Press, press, press.
Not too much work.
Yeah, not at all.
Simple as that.
It's so easy. You know what the best part is? This guy can go to the freezer, can be frozen.
And be ready for when you actually want to make them fresh.
Yeah, exactly, because you can imagine that the whole roll thaws out in half an hour to 45 minutes. This one will thaw out in about 5 minutes.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah, and then once 5 minutes, you could actually thaw it out on this baking tray, pop it in the oven, katlego, it's that easy.
Wow.
They puff up. It's so decadent. I'm gonna do it one more time.
Please.
For the guys at the back that didn't see it. There we go. Add your filling, which is your Malva pudding.
Stretch it over.
Stretch it over, pinch it down.
Simple as that. You know, the very wonderful thing about this and what you've just shown us now is that let's say you've got friends coming over when lockdown is done.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can make this beforehand, freeze it, and as soon as they get there, thaw them out, pop them into the oven, and then you're going to get that beautiful caramelized Malva pudding scent just wafting around the kitchen. Everyone just, what is that? You know?
Absolutely. Guaranteed they've never had this before. They've never. Then we're not done there. So Malva originally served with a bit of custard. So yes, we are going to serve our Malva samosas with custard, but a second dipping sauce as well.
Oh my goodness.
So we got some cream, and I've kind of like started beating the cream.
Yeah.
You can see it started thickening up. Then we're taking normal caramel treat.
Okay.
And we're going to mix the two together.
That is, oh my word.
Yeah, it's decadent.
I'm already just picturing how wonderful this is going to be.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh,
It's fine. It's fine.
So wait, when you're at home and you're whipping the cream, do you want to get it to soft peak before you mix in the caramel treat?
Yeah, exactly. And another tip is to actually maybe get a spoon and break down the caramel first. We learn as we do this, guys.
Hilarious, man.
So you break a caramel down first so you don't get it all over yourself. Look, I don't even pretend to be the tidiest, cleanest chef in the kitchen. I get food like everywhere.
As long as it's delicious, Kim.
It's an experience.
That's all that we want.
So you bring it together and you can see it starts coming together really well. I mean, essentially, if you grate some peppermint, why can I think about that? Some pepper chocolate in here.
Yeah.
That's a third iconic South African pudding. Then you got Malva, samosa, and peppermint crisp dippings. Guys, why didn't I think about that?
Sure.
But yeah, this is super decadent.
Okay.
But it pays off. And again, you're not going to have this every single day, but it is a nice winter treat. And we've been so serious with our home workouts. Ryle's been giving us routines and we've been working on it. So we're going to treat ourselves.
Just have Ryle's videos on standby after you have this. Then you just kind of, let it settle down a little bit and then hit the exercise. But this this looks amazing.
It's so decadent.
Could you actually make this, I'm just letting my mind go now, mixing that caramel treat with a cream cheese and then use it as an icing on a cake?
Yes. Wow. Absolutely.
Because that looks like it's ready to be on a
even,
cake.
like you said now, with that cream cheese, you can even set that on a biscuit base and make a caramel set, like a fridge set caramel cake. No calories will be... We're not totally getting calories in the lockdown. We're not doing that. We're just not. Okay, so...
Then...
Just a little bit of that.
Oh, man. Are you serious?
Done.
It's too much delicious.
And you gotta, again, this is a messy one. Yeah. That pastry's gonna like crumble over.
It has to.
It
absolutely has to.
But
have your cup of tea on standby there. No need for sugar in the tea. Make a little rooibos, a little bit of milk, maybe even just a coffee with no milk, and then just crunch in there, okay? Go to our website to get the recipe. Thanks, Chef.
Anytime.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Over the last 10 weeks, we've been following the journey of Nadia, Jafta and Trevor Lagerway on tropical island of Treasure, where they've been living their very best life on the island of Curacao. But they've also been pushed to their limits as they're competing for their share of smooth feminine fortune. And now I'm joined by the team in red, Nadia and Trevor, to hear what they've been up to during the national lockdown and to find out, of course, what we can expect from Team Cool Red going forward. Nadia and Trevor, good to see you guys. You're both looking amazing. I've got a remark on the haircut. Wow. Short hair really suits you well, guys.
Like, Trevor needs to copy everything I do. Like, it's...
There we go. It was support, girl. It was support. I knew you needed it, and so I was giving it to you. 100%.
Okay, so we'll chat about that in just a bit, but quickly update us on how you guys have been doing with 7 weeks into the national lockdown. How have each of you been coping? Nadia, let's start with you.
You know, just being someone that's always moving and always busy, it's been a tough adjustment to kind of just be still and to it's okay if you're not productive. So that's what I've been trying to do. A lot of introspection, I guess.
Sure. What about you, Trevor? How have you been keeping up with 7 weeks of national lockdown?
Yeah, it's been an interesting one, I must say. Like Nadia, I'm always outdoors and active and doing things. Different activity to what Nadia does. I mean, hers is with a camera, mine's with, you know, basically my running shoes. But no, it's been interesting. I've had to, like Nadia said, a lot of introspection, a lot of sort of growing on the self. And so it's been a good journey. I've definitely taken a lot of positives out of this time, I must say.
Yeah. And Nadia, for those who've been scrolling through your Instagram timeline, they would have seen that, well, a couple of weeks ago, you shaved off all of your hair, or most of it at least. Tell me about that. I mean, this is one way of staying at home and making sure that you pass by the time, but I understand that there was also a deeper meaning to this, right?
Yes, so I basically did a whole YouTube video dedicated to why I shaved all my hair off, and the gist of it is that, you know, I lost most of the strong women in my family to cancer. So, you know, myself and my mom, we have to go for regular checkups to check if we don't have cancer. So, yeah, it was just in aid of that and just to show my support as well.
Yeah. And Trevor, like a good teammate, you followed suit?
I basically did it, obviously, for myself, but when I saw her do it and the courage she had to do it, I was like, let me just shave my head alongside her and, yeah, support a teammate.
Oh, man, that's absolutely incredible. The bond that you guys formed on the island is clearly visible, not just there, but also in real life. But, Trevor, congratulations have to go to you and your lovely wife. I've heard the great news that you guys are pregnant. Just confirm it for me on national TV. It is so, right?
I can 100% confirm it because I've been very supportive with a pregnant wife during this lockdown, which has been very interesting for me. I think that's where most of the growth has taken place for me personally. It's had its highs and lows, I'll be honest. I mean, Daniela's dealing with, you know, sort of emotions and hormones and things that she's never experienced before. I'm obviously second hand to that, so that's been an interesting journey, kind of understanding each other, her understanding her body and what's happening. All in all, it's been amazing, and it's given us time to kind of, you know, grow closer together because we know how fast-paced the world is and everything's just go, go, go.
Yeah.
So this is kind of, you know, step back, reassess, readjust, you know, find a deeper relationship, and so when we get out of this with a new little Bubba, we can take it forward as a stronger unity, basically.
Man, congratulations to you and Daniela, I'm sure, and I know that the two of you are going to be absolutely incredible parents. And Nadia, now that your team member from Team Cool Red is expanding the family, any plans to follow suit? I'm joking, you don't have to answer that at all. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
You wanted to answer that, she has an answer, look. Let's see
you
what
have an
she says.
answer?
Oh, our secrets. I kept your secret.
Listen, let's talk a little bit about the show. Last week, 4 teams became 3 on Tropic Island of Treasure, Curacao. Take us through the emotions that you felt at this stage of the competition as you made it through into the top 3 of the show.
Ooh, going from 4 to 3, the emotions were all over the place. So, you know, getting that much closer to the R1 million, obviously was just a reality check, you know, that we're not just on an island having a holiday, we're actually here for business.
It's a weird feeling. I mean, you kind of going along this journey with all these teams, and slowly, one by one, you know, they're getting kicked out the back door, and you slowly, you know, making inroads into this $1 million, and so it's very surreal, I must say. And we just that one step closer now. So we just got to hold tight and keep doing what we've been doing. Our strategy is working, it seems.
Yeah. And I think one of the most remarkable things that a lot of people have been seeing is that the two of you have formed a great team camaraderie on the show, and obviously we can even see that it extends far beyond the show as well. What are some of your favorite memories from the entire experience of Tropic Island of Treasure?
Sure. I mean, obviously for me, meeting Nadia, knowing that, who she said she was at the beginning in those very first speed dates, that she held true to that word throughout the whole competition. So her dedication, her fight, her happy attitude, her never give up. I'm there till the end. I won't let you down. I mean, all those things were just great attributes for me, as well as just being spunky and bubbly and throwing jokes out there and irritating me and giving me a hard time. Those are just all such memorable things and such great things that I think really sort of solidified our bond and our relationship.
It's a pity that I only started getting along with you like near the end, eh?
Wait.
That's when you realize that $1 million is coming closer. I need to get closer to it.
Listen, and I've got to ask this question as well, maybe for future participants of Tropica Island of Treasure. What do you think up till this stage of the competition has been your secret to success? Because you work so well together, it seems that no challenge put before you can ever be too steep to climb.
I think, what we did a lot was before the challenges, we would spend a lot of time strategizing. So
I was going
we know exactly the role each of us would be playing instead of being in the actual game and trying to figure everything out.
Yeah, so basically leading up to the game, Nadia would say, okay, I think I'll be better at this. And I said, okay, well, I think I'll be better at that. Yeah. And having strategy and clear head seeming to pay off so far for us.
Very true. Now, without giving too much away, what can viewers look forward to on tonight's episode of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao from Team Cool Red? Give us the tidbit. Not too much tea, though.
Tonight's a good one. Tonight is a good one. That I can say. Nadia, what do you think?
Yeah, another tough one for me. Adjust myself and not, I should have worn a different outfit. Let's just say that.
Okay, all right.
I was just going to say, no, it's a high-intensity episode. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of, people are putting it all on the line, literally, for this episode. And so people must definitely tune in and watch it. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, one step closer to that 1 million shared between you and a teammate. Well, thanks very much, Nadia and Trevor. It was lovely catching up with you as always. And of course, we're all looking forward to seeing all of the action tonight. And if you want to not miss out and witness all of that action, tune in tonight at 7:30 right here on SABC3. And also remember that you can also still win with Tropica. All you need to do is follow the entry details on the pack that you've bought, and you could stand a chance of winning your share of 1 million rand in prizes, which include cash, there's airtime, and the grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. And you only have 3 weeks to go, so get entering.
Tonight at 7:30 on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. Let's go! 3 teams remain, and it's a fight for the final long life charm in the competition.
I'm scared, I'm nervous.
Dando's kryptonite is water.
Teams are pushed to their physical limits. You've got to give it your all, guys.
I make a huge mistake. It's anyone's game.
That's Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao, tonight at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours. Own it.
Welcome back, and what an honor it's been to serve you, and of course to also salute the nurses who are on the medical front line of the COVID-19 pandemic. And now today, of course, it's International Nurses Day, which was celebrated in 1974 by the International Council of Nurses. Now, alongside the encouragement of a fully deserved congratulations owed to nurses, the organization also produces an International Nurses Day kit to educate and assist health workers around the world with a different theme each year.
A nurse is the one who opens the eyes of a newborn and gently closes the eyes of a dying man. It is indeed a high blessing to be the first and the last to witness the beginning and end of life. So beautiful, so profound. Now, nurses are an important part of hospital care, and it's so important to be grateful to the massive contribution that they've, made on all levels of healthcare. So I hope that all the nurses out there are having a beautiful Tuesday morning.
Yes, make sure, of course, guys, that you join us online after the show for our daily Facebook live stream, where Chef Clem will be answering all of your kitchen questions, and I'll be taking you through another workout. Hope you guys had an incredible Tuesday. Thank you so much for being with us. Ta-ta!
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.